time to time you hear about the possibility of Yellowstone National Park erupting in a huge volcano covering many hundreds of miles, which would cause undescribable devastation.
Okay, good point. Roll it. I mean, does anybody have any other questions? Because this is a a key thing that we're just going into. Good point. So, would you have a question? Like, why is it there?
Yeah,
why did God do that?
I know it's there, but I mean, and there are so-called predictions as to when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I see the relevancy of this as being a part of the scenario in which you're talking about, where we have to.
Well, I guess a question that could be raised, Jerry. Do you know if that would? Has there been any studies to indicate what a volcanic eruption in Yellowstone? What impact would that have on this area that we're speaking of?
Yeah.
What I read was 600,000 square miles.
Yeah. I mean, probably more than that. I mean, in 18 whatever, was it Krakatoa? And a volcano blew, and here's one reason why. Ding, you have the certain population here again. People that survived the winter, the summer. This was one volcano, and it was not a super volcano. And there was no summer. It was winter all summer long, and a lot of people either died. They literally walked from New England to the Ozarks. Okay, so yeah, catastrophic. I mean, just virtually a extinction level event could be on the high side. So what I want to address here real quick is get the thing back up, Dave. And what freaked me out about this is I had just seen a map of the plains of the watershed areas of the continental United States. Okay, and what you're seeing here, watershed area, watershed. The Missouri, Mandan Indians up here. Man, so much to cover. Thomas Jefferson, yeah, right there, Dave. That's good. That's good timing. All right, Thomas Jefferson sent out Lewis and Clark. Okay, find it over the passage. Find the Pacific. All right. He told them to watch out for white Indians that spoke Welsh and Hebrew. Now, why? What did he know? What was that based on? John F. Kennedy, they were having a dinner at the White House, and there was like all the greatest brains in the world there. Huge dinner. And Kennedy looked around and he said, this is the greatest collection of mind power that has been in this building since Thomas Jefferson dined here alone. I mean, quite a statement. So they're over here and they run across some white Indians and they start trying to learn the language and they're like, this is Welsh and Hebrew. And then blonde hair, blue eyed. The big chief's name was Big White, 6'5", 300 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyed. Right up here, Mandan Indians. The reason I have this here is that those are I pegged the four corners of the Ozark Plateau. Okay, and I read a book, talked to the author, and I said, have you noticed, this was with a 333, okay, bang, bang, 120 degrees, 120 degrees. And I said, have you noticed that the Ozark Plateau is two 120-degree arcs facing each other? And he goes, yes. He said, have you noticed that if you draw a line from the south corner to the north corner, it points directly at Turtle Mountain? Turtle Mountain is a artificially constructed plateau that was about 1,200 miles off the plains of the surrounding area. It's in an exact pie shape. It's got two 120-degree angle and around. It's actually exactly 1/3 of a pie. It was originally. There were actually two of them, 30 mile and 50 mile. So the Mandan Indians, their legends tell how it was built. It was built by the Mandan Indians, or whoever they called them way back when, Israelites. So Welsh and Hebrew, blonde hair, blue eyed. You figure they're probably Israelites, Judah, So when? No idea. 5,000 years ago or better. So anyway, that's an interesting little deal there. Okay, so back to this here. This map showed the drainage area that goes into the Mississippi. Now, this map looks almost exactly like You ever seen it click through and find, I don't know where that came from. Was that in there? Are you on a different thing?
Yeah, I opened up some of those old pictures.
That was good timing. Okay. Yeah, I thought
I
so.
don't know, what are you looking for in here?
What you're seeing here, you look at this green, and that's pretty much what the seacoast is probably going to look like. Okay. Opening up here, there's what's called the U.S. Navy map. Edgar Casey, he was a clairvoyant occultist. Gordon McScallion, a New Age channeler. What's called the U.S. Navy map. Who knows? You know, but the Navy has got some really weird things going on. The Navy, more than anybody else, tells everybody to move to the Ozark Plateau. Okay? If you're a retired Special Forces, Navy SEAL, CIA, I mean, the house that we were going to rent from the Clarks, the Randolph House, was built by a guy in the Pentagon CIA. Because this is one of the two places in the entire country that would be safe from nuclear fallout. And a lot of other things. So these people know. And this goes back decades and decades and decades that they have been collecting their people here. That's interesting. Click on, go back. Can you find it? Click on one of them carts. I went to a wedding over by us, and that's a reenactment cart. Mormons walking from Nauvoo